Hey, how are you? This is Drew, aka Booty Sweat. Welcome back to my channel. Once again, we are going over some custom variations just to kind of give an idea to players who are maybe returning to the game, just now getting into the game because of Mortal Kombat Ultimate, whatever it is. And so basically, I'm going to be going through a few different characters that I know how to play and going over some interesting custom variations that you can try out, since custom variations will be coming to competitive play following the release of Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. So the next one I was going to go over was Joker. And again, if you like this kind of content, if you like guides and matches and all kinds of stuff like that, then make sure you like and subscribe, etc., so on and so forth. It really helps kind of push the content to other people who might see it. And yeah, anyways, let's get on with it. Alright, now for the first variation I like to use in customs is Joker has this move called Kapow, which replaces Bird Boy Beatdown. Now Bird Boy Beatdown, that's the one where he hits them with the cane over and over. That usually is used as your combo ender, but if you have Kapow equipped, you end with this. And the cool thing about this is you can amp it to get further combos. So you amp it, it does this, right? And boom, you get additional combos, right? And so that's pretty cool about it. If you're really like a combo heavy player, if you like getting lots of big damage combos and stuff like that, then Kapow is a really cool one to have for Joker. You're going to get tons of damage with this move, especially if you manage to hit on a counter, because this move actually has a crushing blow triggered by if this is a counter hit. Now this can also include in the middle of a combo. So say you get a string going and you end with this, you still get that crushing blow if it was a counter. So punishes are going to be really, really huge with Joker. And in addition to that, you can actually stack crushing blows with this move as well. So say you get a down 2, you're going to get lots of damage. So say somebody's trying to throw you, you've got 45% right there. Joker also has a couple of other moves that this can combo into as well to get really big crushing blow damage. Now, even without crushing blows, you can get quite a bit of damage by amplifying Kapow into an extended combo, basically, like this. So this really is just kind of a high damage combo heavy variation. You can of course combo into Kapow from a variety of strings and amplify it to get additional combos. You can also get a really cool fatal blow combo with this. And that's not even really optimal. You can get a much better combo than that if you practice at it. Now the other cool thing about this variation is a move called Batsy Pew Pew, and Joker actually takes out his little puppet named Batsy Poo, I think, and puts it on the ground, and it shoots a low projectile across the screen. Now the cool thing about this is there's actually not another variation where you get both Kapow and this move. So I think that it's pretty cool to be able to allow you to do that. You basically get a full screen, low profiling projectile so that you can play a little bit of a long game. You're not going to want to really zone with this variation very much. You will lose zoning wars, as you can see how slowly it comes out. Startup is 33 frames, but you can amplify it, and if it manages to hit, you actually get a pretty good amount of damage. Pretty solid amount of damage for a projectile, and yeah, it can just kind of be a good little keep away tool if you get the life lead, which, you know, if you're playing well, you probably will, because the combo damage in this variation is huge, and you can just kind of keep them away with that. So that's the first variation. Alright, for the second variation, not a whole lot is different, except Again, this kind of helps with the rush down aspect of the high damage combos and things like that that you can get with Joker. We kept Kapow because, of course we did. We want those combos still. We still are going to be able to do all the same combos that we were doing. You know, etc., etc. But the main difference is now we don't have Batsy Pew Pew. You can notice I tried to do it there, it didn't come out. It's because we don't have it. Instead, we have Boing. Now, Boing is Joker's big jump move. So you can see he can clear a lot of distance with it like that. So if you have a player who's really zoning you out really well and you want to just really get in their face, then you can use this move. Now, the interesting thing about this move, Boing, is that there's not actually a competitive variation before Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate that allowed you to use this move. It was kind of just for customs only. And the cool thing about it is you can actually choose how far you want to go. There's this regular one, there's a short one, which you do by holding back after you initiate the move. And then there's a long one, which you do by holding forward after you initiate the jump. I think that was just the normal. But the long one goes really far. So now check out the frames on the bottom left. You see where it says recovery? That's kind of where you're going to get into an issue with this variation if you're not careful. If you let Joker land while using this attack, you have huge recovery frames while he kind of throws the little gadget away. You notice him do that? So he kind of throws it to the side. He's vulnerable and really easily punishable that whole time. If you go forward, if you go like the short one or the long one, you're 52 frames of recovery. If you do the regular one, it's 68. So anybody who's not asleep at the wheel basically will be able to punish this. So how do you get around that? What makes this a good move? Well, you can attack out of it. So for instance, I can be way back here, get in on Johnny and hit him with a jump 3 right before I get there. That's crazy. So as we all know, jump-in moves in Mortal Kombat 11, if timed correctly, have tons of plus frame. So this is just free pressure. Now see, if I did that, I'm minus 24 because I missed, but even that is still better than minus 52. But if I time it correctly, I get a hit. Or I get a move to come out before I get close to him. And you can even combo these. So check this out. If I time it right, that's a combo. So I can start my, my pressure that way and really get in some serious damage on somebody who's trying to zone me out. So think about like if you have Jade or you have, whoever else, Cetrion, Scarlet, whoever it is trying to zone you out, especially Scarlet, because she's, not very good. You're gonna really cause them a headache using this move to get in and really do some pressure. I'm not gonna actually go over the variation itself also because other than that, it's exactly the same, but you can also potentially use Boing with Batsy Pew Pew or whatever else. Keep in mind, Joker does have projectiles, right? So you can throw in a little projectile every once in a while, get your opponent kind of committed to a projectile war, and then boom, you're in when they throw their next projectile. So it's pretty cool. Definitely worth checking out. Boing is pretty sweet, especially if you want to just be in their face, getting them, with combos, all kinds of stuff. So take it into practice mode, try it out, you can do some sick stuff. Okay, now for my third custom variation that I like to run with Joker, this is just kind of, just for the sake of variety, really. I don't prefer this one to the others, mostly because I am more of a rush down combo heavy type player. That's what I prefer to do. But this is more of a zoning type variation for Joker. So of course he has a standard projectile that he always has, right? But then in addition to that, we put Batsy Pew Pew back on, so we have that again. So now we have a high projectile, but we have a low projectile to kind of mix in with it, right? In addition to that, we have also added Jumping Jester, I believe it's called. It's this little jack-in-the-box, he sends it up. It's a really good anti-air option if you have an opponent who loves to jump in on you. You can make it go close, you can make it go really far, and basically the whole way up it has a hurt box. So if they're jumping in a lot, it's almost like that Baraka move. It's not nearly as good of an anti-air as Spine Burst, but you watched my other video and you saw how like Spine Burst has an anti-air, this works pretty well also. It really can hit them pretty far in the air. And so another cool thing about it is that you can amplify it and it will have a hurt box as it comes back down too, so you can use it for more zoning. If you amplify it, then it hits, you see it hits them right in the head like that. So, you know, you can get a little bit more zoning going on with it that way. I like this move just for keeping out people who like to jump and, you know, do all kinds of stuff to try to get in on. So the last move that we have equipped, we have Batsy Pew Pew, of course, and we have the Jumping Jester, but we also have this move, which is his parry. And the cool thing about the parry is, like most parries in the game, it can parry most things that are like highs or mids or things like that. You can get around it with like overheads, so if they jump or whatever, you won't parry them. Things like that, lows, it won't parry, but it'll parry get up attacks and different things like that, like this. Just adds a little extra, so you can also do it on your wake up if you're feeling cheeky. If you got somebody who's getting in your face mixing you up. Okay, so I've added the frame data to the bottom left. So it has a 9-frame startup, so it will get beat by like down pokes and stuff, but a lot of characters don't have mids and things fast enough to really hit you out of that if you are doing it on wake up. So you can kind of just get a feel for what your opponent's doing. If they like to come in with a lot of mid starters and things like that, then you can wake up and do a little parry, kind of throw them off guard. And a cool thing about this is you can actually amplify it and get a combo as well. Which, as you can see, that gets you a pretty solid amount of damage off of a parry if you have like the crushing blow loaded up or whatever else. So that's really it with this variation. You've got a bunch of projectiles. You've got some pretty cool stuff that you can do with Joker in terms of frustrating your opponent, really kind of getting on their nerves, getting in their head, annoying the crap out of them, basically just playing annoying. Joker can do it, lots of characters can do it. Joker's not necessarily the best at it, but you know, it's an option if you want to do it. So, and then of course, naturally you get big Joker damage anyway, even if you don't have Kapow or whatever else, you can still get big damage from normal Joker stuff. So yeah, that's it for this Joker Custom Variations video. Again, like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will be back with another guide shortly. Have a good one. Be blessed.